Okay, here we are, second requested video. Someone wrote in very nice printing up here, number line and multiplying fractions. So once again, we are in math. Okay, so for this particular example, I'm going to use the question that was on the check-in just to support what I'm trying to say. So this is question 42 if you want to check it out in your check-in that was handed back. And it's asking you again to tell me what the multiplication equation is represented by this number line. So in order for you to do that, you know that we're multiplying whole numbers, okay? So basically what we're looking at is the number of a fraction that we piece together. So just like we took those two pieces and squished them together in a rectangle model, we're kind of doing the same thing this time, except this time instead of using rectangles, we're using segments or segments of a line. Okay, so if I look at my line segment here, what I can tell from looking at it is that I have little pieces of something. So we've got two lines. First off, I have the pieces up here, and then I have the actual number line down here. Okay, so what I want to find out is how many pieces I have and what each piece is, right? So how many I have is my whole number, and the piece is my piece size. Okay, doesn't really make too much difference, but I'm going to use purple and red to indicate, and I'm going to start with purple. Okay, so basically what I want to know now is what is represented by that purple section here. So in order to find that out, I need to look down here and find out what type of fraction it is. So I can see that I have a whole number indicated right here. So this green arc represents one whole. I can see that my purple line does not make the whole piece of that one whole, obviously, because it's a fraction. So I want to find out what kind of fraction it is. So in order for me to do that, I have to be able to tell how many pieces are in a whole, and then that'll be my denominator. My numerator will be the number of pieces that are indicated by my line segment. So I can see here that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 pieces in my one whole. So my denominator is going to be 5. So my numerator is how many pieces I have in my purple line. If I look back at my purple line, I can see that I have 1, 2, 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3 pieces. So that means that's my numerator, 3. So I'm well on my way to identifying what I have for a multiplication question. I know that I need my multiplication sign. All I really need to do now is find out how many of these little purple segments I have. So I have 1 3/5. I have a second one here. I have a third one here. And I have a fourth one here. So essentially what I have is 4 of 3/5. So, or 3/5 of 4. Okay, so when I look at 3/5 of 4, that gets much more complicated numerically than does 4 of 3/5. So I'm going to take this little piece right here, I'm going to flip that over to the other side, and I'm going to say I have 4 of 3/5. So my picture here represents that I have one whole, two wholes, and then I got little pieces here, right? Here's one little piece, and here's a second little piece. So I have 2, this picture equals 2, and 2 little pieces out of a possible 1, 2, 3, 4. And there would be a fifth one down there if we were to continue our number line. So we have 2 of our numerator, 5. So let's do that math. 4 over 1 times 3 over 5 equals 4 and 5, nothing common there. 3 and 1, nothing common there. So what I end up with is 4 times 3, which is 12, all over 5. That, of course, is an improper fraction. I need to convert that to a mixed number. 5 goes into 12 2 times, with a remainder of 2 over 5. And that's how you would use a number line to represent the multiplication of a fraction and a whole.